Hey everybody, welcome back, and today on my channel I'm doing something different, and I'm turning an amiibo into a different character. And this is Luffy, which I took from the villager amiibo. And first I made a mold of the villager's head, and then I used my Oyamaru and I filled in that mold just because I didn't want to have to fill it with clay and bake the clay, and then I'd have to wait for the clay to cool down so I could make the hat for the villager. But this just made it easier. So I just added some yellow clay and covered the mold, the Oyamaru mold. And then I rolled out a snake of yellow clay and wrapped that around the edges. And I'm flattening it out while smoothing the bottom out like this. Then I add another piece of clay to the top to give the top of the hat a little more poof. And use a sharp edge to make a bunch of little designs so it looks like straw, because it's a straw hat. Next I roll out some red clay, and then I also press it down. This is going to be the ribbon on the straw hat. So I just wrap it around the hat and cut it and smooth out the edge there. Sorry about the camera being blurry or going in and out. I had all my 3-point lights on, but for some reason it didn't get some of the video very well. The next part is I'm just going to paint the villager's head, and if I make any mistakes I can use some rubbing alcohol to fix it. Then I use peach paint and I paint on the front part of the villager. This will be like the shirt is open, and I also paint his feet so that I can make Luffy's sandals on his feet. While those are drying, I go ahead and I paint the shirt. I completely painted the shirt red because it was a different color that I had. And once that's dry, I added yellow buttons to the front. I also added a little yellow sash here for Luffy's sash that he has on. And I mixed a little light pink with some red to make his scar on his chest, which is the X there. The feet should be dry by now, so now I can paint on his sandals, which I do here. It's like a flip-flop with like a little piece across the top. And next thing I do is just paint his pants blue. You guys kind of can't see because I didn't hold it. There you go. And I add his scar underneath his eye. Pretty simple. I actually do end up outlining his complete eye, which you guys can do. I add the tail of the little scarf that's around his waist, glue on his hat, and there you go. There's Luffy. But I realized that you could see the villager's shoes on the other side, so I decided to make one of those like ham things that Luffy's always eating. And I just make a teardrop shape, and with a flattened side, and add like a bone shape to the end. Then when it comes out, I paint it, and I made it look like a ham. So here's what it looks like when I'm done painting. And I glued that with super glue to the back of Luffy's foot. And there we go. He's all finished. I kind of want to do these to more amiibos, but I don't know what characters to do yet, so if you guys have any suggestions, let me know in the comment section below, and don't forget to check out these 2 videos right here. Thanks for watching.